Good afternoon, everybody. I'm at the Ma and Pa Heritage Trail in Bel Air, Maryland. Today marks the beginning of the trial for Rachel Morin's accused murderer, Victor Martinez Hernandez. It began today with the jury selection, and I felt compelled to come and walk the trail that she was running on when she was viciously and brutally attacked and murdered by an illegal immigrant who had been caught and released on other charges before in other states. And this has happened too many times. I feel like the Democrats are still pushing for open borders and love your neighbor, let everybody in, and turn the planes around that have vicious, brutal gang members on it that are being returned to El Salvador. And just the delusion that the Democrats are living in. They need to have Rachel Morin and the other women, young women and mothers and students who have been brutally murdered by illegal immigrants. They need to have it in their faces every day until they stop their nonsense. Everyone has to be vetted. We have to be vetted to get into other countries. Everyone who comes into our country needs to be vetted. And this just should have never happened to this poor girl. So I walked the trail and I did some GoPro. This is the trail right here, and it goes down that way, and I walked the trail and I went to the 2 3/4 mile marker, which is about where she was brutally murdered, and her body was found stuffed into a drain pipe. So it was one of the eerier things that I've done. But I walked to that 2 3/4 mile marker and I said a prayer for her family, for her 5 children who don't get to have their mom because of this craziness of the last administration, the Biden administration, the absolute insanity. And I don't want anyone to ever forget what it felt like for all of us, knowing how wrong it was. And I don't want Rachel to be forgotten. I pray for her family. Her 2 oldest daughters, they're 19 and 14, are scheduled to testify on Friday. It might be a little later than that, depending on how the jury selection goes. Maryland does not have the death penalty, but he would probably, if convicted, he would probably it would be requested that he gets life without parole. But I would imagine that under the circumstances that he will be deported to El Salvador and spend the rest of his life in the CCOT, the El Salvadorian maximum security prison. And that's what I would like to see happen. He has family feels. So I did take some GoPro footage. Family feels. So I did take some GoPro footage. It's a beautiful park. It's a beautiful trail, that people still exercise on and walk. And there's a still exercise on and walk. And there's a trickling brook and everything nearby. And there's houses, beautiful homes right around that area. So I don't know how much of that you heard, but there are cameras all along this trail now for monitoring. There was a county worker parked here when I first got onto the trail, and I was never completely alone on the trail. But I probably look kind of funny because it's a really nice day. I'm gonna go this way. Oh, there you are. Okay. Hopefully it's back now. Are we back? Look at that cherry tree. Wow. Beautiful. Some beautiful homes back here. Okay, did it stop buffering? Well, that's why I didn't have the air up there. Oh, good. Thanks, Jerry. Hi, Wyoming girl. So I just wanted to put on there why I'm up here at the beginning of the video. You're supposed to have snow tonight. Wow. That is amazing, Debbie. Oh my goodness. Storms tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be raining pretty much for the rest of the week, off and on. We'll be covering some things on Saturday. And we're right near the court building where the trial for Hernandez is going on. This is also where we came to Bel Air when Big D had his or was it Big D or Santa? I think it was Santa. Yeah, I think this was Santa when we came up here to Bel Air. He had a court date up here. There's some more of those saucer magnolias. Aren't they beautiful? Yep, it was Santa's. You're right. Yeah, do y'all remember this? So this is the court building where Victor Hernandez's trial has begun today with jury selection. And I can't even imagine how hard this is for her family. And how difficult it's going to be for her daughters, who are only 19 and 14, her oldest daughters, who are only 19 and 14, to testify. That's going to be so difficult. Yeah, most of these was in West Virginia. Right. I was at the jail when we were waiting for him to come out, and we had lawn chairs and someone, I think it was Carolyn, somebody brought out her little stove and made quesadillas, and let's see this. Actually, we need to hang out up here for a while. Let me see. 5:38. Oh, that's not that bad. And it's what time is it now? Well, that's only about 15 minutes more. Yeah, I'm an hour away from Annapolis. An hour and 19 minutes. Ooh, it's bright. Hey, Barbara. Good afternoon, everybody. So, put your shower cap on. So look for the footage from my walk. I'll have to put that together later when I get home because I did it on the GoPro. I didn't want to go live. Number one, it probably would have buffered out. Number two, I was in a neighborhood area, and I just didn't want to. She didn't live. I don't think they lived that far from the trail, and I didn't want to be out there talking about it and stuff when people are just out there to exercise and maybe forget their worries for the day, you know. So I just did some GoPro footage, and I need to put all that together later because it was like short clips. Oh my goodness, I'm hungry. I gotta get my chicken salad out of the cooler. Look at those. Are they cherry trees? Oh, those are pretty. Wow. Praying everybody had a good day today. That wasn't my usual kind of thing to start off with, is it? But that's what I've been doing today. Good afternoon, Parte Banza. Yeah, so when I do put that video footage out later, um, please share it out. Let's keep this under the Democrats' noses. You know, putting it in places. Maybe some of them will see it because these things can't happen anymore. They just cannot happen anymore. Not when it could have been prevented. Oh wow, third. Yeah, it's really sad. It's so sad. 5 kids. 5 kids. And the the attorney for the family, you know, for Rachel, who was, you know, murdered, he doesn't think it'll be hard to find juror members, unbiased juror members, because he's asked around town and asked just random people if they've heard about the Rachel Morin case, and he said the majority said they had not heard about it. Right here in their own city, in Hartford County, in their own county. And you know, because why? Because Maryland's a very blue state, and they all want the illegal immigration. And this guy was an illegal immigrant, and and they probably didn't even have it in the news much. It was in the local news though, but it probably wasn't on the channels that the Democrats watch. You know what I'm saying? Which is enough to just make me furious. I'm really glad I came up here. I had to stop because I've got to. You heard about it in Wisconsin, right? Because you'll watch the news. You'll watch the news. We watched the news that told us, you know, that would tell us about it. But where a third of its kind lives and where I live, you know, it's not talked about. You know, and probably as soon as they realized that it was an illegal immigrant that murdered her, that purportedly murdered her, because everybody gets a trial, right? Um, they probably stopped talking about it. There were some women out there walking with nobody else like me, but they didn't have a stick on them. They didn't have pepper spray that I could see, you know. But there are cameras that cover the whole trail now. One last work call. Oh, bless your heart. All right. I hope it goes smoothly. We're just going to drive and chat. And then there'll be a video later of the actual walk on the B&A trail. I'm sorry, on the Ma and Pa trail. And I was very quiet. It was quiet filming, except for when I got back in the car and did the why I was there, which will be the first part of the video. I did it all on my GoPro. Right. I was thinking the same thing, Wyoming girl. You know, I wound up alone on the trail at one point, and I thought the same thing. The cameras are for after the fact. Does it take them too long to get there? Right. I made a couple of provolone chicken salad wraps because I'm trying not to eat as much bread. So those are made, and I've already started eating them. But we gotta get back on the road. And I could have tied this in with tandy leather, but I didn't think about it till it was too late. I don't need too much from them right now, though. Alrighty. You were giving me heck, but I didn't hear you. And are they watching it all the time? Right, right. Well, that would cost money for a worker to have to sit there and watch it all the time, so I doubt it. I would doubt that they would be monitored all the time. It wouldn't make sense. So I'm with you on that one. So that was honestly, I'm glad I did it, but that was one of the spookier things that I've done. It was honest to goodness spooky, frightening. You know, you're thinking about what happened to that poor woman the whole time. I mean, it was just, I couldn't wait to get back into my car safely. It shook me up a little, I'm not going to lie. No, the SWAT thing was over in Dundalk. Hey, Nina. Yes, I would like the guard dog just for something like that, though. Otherwise, you have to feed him and take him to the vet and stuff. Even a little dog that just makes a whole lot of noise, you know? Hmm. I feel so bad for her family. You guys, I'm having trouble shaking it off. I really am. I feel so bad for them. We should never forget, though. Never. These stupid Democrats. Honestly, you guys, you don't usually hear me say that stuff, but when you go and experience what I just experienced walking through that place where she was so brutally murdered on a rock. And these stupid Democrats are like, love your neighbor. We're supposed to love our neighbor, keep the borders open. Everyone should be welcome. You know, we can love our neighbors as as it says in the Bible, and have a vetting process to keep everybody safe. Oh, that was quick, third. Welcome back. Yes, the mom, like I saw on another news thing, and she's like, she said, I just pray that there'll be some closure when this is done. They haven't had any closure. Exactly, Jerry. It's too late for so many. Consequences have already happened. Wyoming girl said the countries aren't sending the good ones. That's right. Well, I mean, like President Trump said, they were dumping their worst prisons. Mental institutions. So we're north of Baltimore here. This is also up near Kilgore Falls that I've taken y'all to before. And gunpowder, jeez, please, crazy road, Gunpowder River, Gunpowder Falls River. I still have never seen any falls on that river. See, there's a sign for Gunpowder Falls State Park, Colonial Village, and Ladue Gardens. So we're just driving and talking. Third, I just walked the Ma and Pa Trail where Rachel Morin had been murdered. I went to the point where she was murdered, and I said a prayer for her and her family. Because today was the beginning of the trial for her murder, for the accused murderer. They have a lot of evidence against him, though, a lot. I took some video footage with my GoPro, and you know, it'd be really fun though is to go to Little Italy in Baltimore and get a cannoli. I love cannolis. That would be crazy at this time of day. Yes, he is also wanted in California for a home invasion, and where they that's part of how they caught him was the match of the DNA. And one news source said that they were going to try to keep that DNA match and that other case out of this courtroom, which they said is pretty normal because each case is different. But to me, it should be all put on the table, because if he had been convicted and held for the case in California and deported from there, he would have never been here to kill this mother of five. You know? They want to bankrupt the government systems. They want to bankrupt the government systems. That's why all the giving away of our money. Hey, Darlene. Replay didn't get notifications. Love you too, honey. So you didn't get a notification. You need to try unsubscribing, then resubscribe, and make sure you hit the bell notification again when you resubscribe. You gotta refresh it from time to time. I guess that's part of how they shadow ban us too. I'm still shadow banned. I don't make any bones about talking about some billionaires that need to get their hands out of our government. You guys, so far so good with the traffic. I'm like feeling blessed right now. What in the world put cannolis in my brain? I guess because I'm up here near Baltimore, and every time I'm near Baltimore, I think about cannolis in Little Italy. There's never any place to park over there, so it's stupid to even try. I don't need a cannoli anyway. So this was a beautiful day, you guys. Such a beautiful park that I was in. That trail is just absolutely gorgeous. To have that horrendous, I couldn't. If I was one of those ladies that are walking, that probably walk there all the time. I couldn't do it. I just wouldn't be able to do it. They're probably some of the ones that could be picked for the jury for jury duty because they don't know anything about it and they walk in that park all the time. Because if we get silly, I mean no disrespect by any means. I think that's a landfill. Yeah, it's got to be a landfill. One day they'll think it's an archaeological dig. That sun is bright, isn't it? So we're just driving and riding now. I thought about sitting in one of the trial days, and it's like no, they wound up not even allowing any press into today, which was just jury selection, the beginning of jury selection. So I don't think I'd want to hear anything with that guy. I don't think I'd ever want to see him in person either. I don't know how the family does it. I really don't. It's got to be God. And it came down, so there's still not a bridge there. So people transport has to get special license to go through the tunnel that we're about to go through. They used to never allow any hazmat material to go through, but now they have no choice. So how's that for some more comfort? Today was a day to get uncomfortable. That's just all there is to it. Oh my goodness. Oh, here we go. Why couldn't I have done $6.95? So we're just outside of Baltimore now. I can remember them saying it, Bel Air, Maryland, because I can remember thinking, why Bel Air, Maryland of all places? You know, why Bel Air, Maryland? Isn't that weird? Were some of the locations already picked by the cartels, I wonder? You know, for the illegals to network in certain places, pick up points or drop points. Because so reportedly he's MS-13, and I mean they have hubs everywhere. Ooh, the phone's overheating anyway. All right, let's see if we can get through the tunnel. Everybody, hold your breath. No, don't do it. It's too long. So when we go through this tunnel, this takes you underneath the Baltimore Harbor. Like you're underneath the water in this tunnel, you guys. It's really amazing. But we might lose transmission. I saw a comment about Bee needs ice cream, and then it went away. Did somebody time Jerry out? Oh no. She doesn't like the tunnel. Baltimore Harbor Tunnel Thruway, Maryland Transportation Authority. Westmore is governor. He's a Democrat. I like a couple of things he's done though. I must admit. He that kind of Hippocratic bill. There's Baltimore over there. If you can see it. Oh yeah. Oh no, we're coming to a dead stop. Oh my goodness. A lot bigger than Baltimore, I think. I don't know. It seems like it. Mobile's an interesting naval destination. And then the original Mardi Gras is not what's the name of that little town right there next to Mobile? It's the original Mardi Gras, and they have a fish jubilee where all the fish jump out of the water, and you never know when it's going to happen. But people for centuries they go down there and get all the fish. Fish jubilee. Yeah, and then you've got the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, which is 18.1 miles, over under. 18.1 miles. And boy, by the time you're halfway through that, you are so ready to be out of there. It's so scary to me. Some of my biker friends, I've never done it with them. I'm surprised I never did it, but every year they'll go there's like a loop kind of where you can, it's about a 2.5 hour, 5 hour total, I guess, loop that you wind up on that bridge. Bridge tunnel. Out in the Chesapeake Bay, like crazy. Oh my gosh, who wants to get rid of that? You know what? They grabbed one of the good pictures of me though. Thanks for that. May everybody work doing the things that they love doing. All right, I got him. There's Baltimore way over there. Let's see what that one spear is with the spire, or whatever it is, with the flag at the top. I don't know what that is. Looks like the arm of the Statue of Liberty. Well, you'll get some old townhomes and stuff up here. Some old architecture. Baltimore's a very industrial city. Of course, with the port. It's one of our major ports in the United States. Did my chat freeze? Here you are. Hey. If I never went into Baltimore again, I'd be totally okay with that. Truly. Maybe the Hun Festival. I've never been to the Hun Festival. Might be the only reason I ever go into Baltimore again. Baltimore Huns. The troll scared you. Silly girl. I don't expect everybody to be constantly paying attention to my live chat when I'm doing nothing but driving and chatting. We're just staying connected, that's all. Over here to the left, when we get a little closer, I'll show you. You can see the giant cranes working the port of Baltimore with the shipping containers. See if I can zoom in. See those giant cranes? And those are the ones that have the spyware on them. All those new ones that Baltimore Harbor got from China had all the spyware on them. Oh my goodness. And then that building over there, that's actually Baltimore Harbor, which is a tourist destination. I just have a lot of fun going there with my aunt. She was a great aunt. We'd meet up for lunch, go shopping. She was a terrific aunt. She was not my great aunt. She was a terrific aunt. And she had that little bit of a Baltimore Hun accent. And when it was time for the kids to go to bed, it was like, time for Lily's. Got a 3%er right there, you guys. In the truck. Let's see if I can get my flag. Give me the flag. Oh, there's my other. Oh, good. Maybe we're going to pull up right next to him. We're going to fly the flag for him. See, over here is Baltimore Harbor. I brought y'all there last year for the union dock workers strike that ended just a few minutes after we left. They got the temporary. Here we go. Whenever you want to get up next to somebody, you can't do it. Time for lilies. My aunt, bestest. I had two bestest. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. Can't do it. It's that Chevrolet right there, you guys. I'm trying so hard. Right as we're going in the tunnel. I cannot get next to him for anything. I can't beep the horn in here. Scare everybody. Lights on. All right, we're in the harbor tunnel. We're going to the harbor. Pinch your nose. Oh, look at the little husky with his head hanging out the window. Cute. Hi, puppy. You guys stop and look at the puppies. You guys will hit buffers. We'll be out in a minute. Jerry's hiding her eyes. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I can't get next to him. Remember when the judges were trying to say 3% was like bad? It's 3% do the fighting when it's necessary. The Patriots. Here we go. We're next to him now. I don't know if he's going to see it. Fucking some cheap gas. We're still underneath Baltimore Harbor. They try to carry the hazmat stuff through here at night, though. They do try to do that, which is a big holdup for shipping. You like the shipping trucks, but they do try to do that when there's less traffic, less people to endanger. That's the first time I've seen the three on a vehicle. Honestly, the Minutemen and the it's the Minutemen and I can't think of the term. What the Minutemen were? What's the term, you guys? I'm looking for. I'm gonna feel so stupid. I don't know why it's not coming to me. Militia groups, and they're trying to say that they were bad in the trials. What do you think Paul Revere was? I never understood why you had to pay a toll going both ways. It just seems to me like you have to come back the way you went, generally speaking, so you should only have to pay once. If you have to pay at all, which we probably shouldn't even be paying at all. So there's Baltimore, and we just went under that harbor. You can see some of the military ships over there. Maybe in the harbor. Wasn't that fun? I don't think we buffered either. That was cool. More water. All right, Jerry's still in the game. She did it okay. She doesn't like those tunnels. Yeah, Allie, I'm glad you've been following that. There'll be video footage this evening of the walk on the Ma and Pa Trail all the way to the 2 3/4 mile marker where where Rachel was murdered, and where they found her body August 5th of 2023. I said a prayer for her and her family. Her nice truck. And for anyone who just hopped in, I went there because we need to keep this in front of people's faces as to why this trial is so important. And we got 3, buddy. 3. I mean, they were saying at one point like a couple of weeks. But yeah, it was August. August 5th, 2003, when they found her body. Patriot. He went the other way. So he was reportedly 16 Then, so he's, all right, all right, I know where I am now. Evil that these gangs do. Evil that these gangs do. There's no word that's harsh enough to describe it. And you remember that plan, you guys? What happened to Gavin Newsom's plan for everyone to put a tiny home in their backyard? What an idiot. So y'all, I'm gonna hop off of here, and looks like we're all kind of distracted. I am too. I'm just kind of thinking about my walk and everything. Look later for the footage. I've got to go home and put that together because it was a lot of shorts on my GoPro from my walk through the Ma and Pa Trail, and so I've got to stream those together, and I will post that later this evening. So y'all look for that, and please share it out. Not this. Don't share this out. This is just chit chat. But it'll stay on point. Have a great evening. I love you all. Hopefully, I'll see you in some chats later. And we got lots going on this week, so stay tuned for more. God bless you all. Glory be to God. Hit that like button, and I will see you soon.